Okay, thank you. Good morning, all guys online. This is second case this morning. So my team is ready. So let's go through the introduction of case by Dr. Gao.
Please show me the PowerPoint. PPT.
幻灯.
Okay, it's my this is case lab 2 from Nanjing First Hospital. It's my honor to introduce this case. Next. This is a 50-year-old male. He was admitted into our hospital due to exertional chest distress and shortness of breath for 1 month. His risk factor include essential hypertension. Lab test showed his renal function was normal. His BNP was slightly elevated. ECG showed pathological Q-wave in leads V1 to V3. Echo found abnormal anterior wall motion, and his left ventricular ejection fraction only 32%. He was diagnosed as unstable angina, old myocardial infarction, and heart failure with reduced ejection fraction. Next. 3 days ago, this patient underwent coronary angiography. The baseline angio showed diffuse severe stenosis from proximal to distal right coronary artery with extreme vessel tortuosity and severe calcification. Next. From AP chord view and spider view, we could find distal left main bifurcation, 90% stenosis in distal left main, LAD ostium, and left circumflex ostium. The lesion length of left circumflex is more than 10 millimeter, with moderate to severe calcification and angulation. From AP cranial view, we could find diffuse severe stenosis from proximal to distal LAD with severe calcification involving first diagonal and second diagonal. The first diagonal is very small. The lesion length of second diagonal is about 5 millimeter. Next. Syntax score for this patient is 61. We also calculate the Syntax 2 2020 score. 10-year mortality for PCI is 16%. 10-year mortality for cabbage is 9.2%. According to definition criteria proposed by Professor Sao Liangcheng, distal left main bifurcation belongs to complex bifurcation. LAD second diagonal bifurcation belongs to simple bifurcation. Next. After discussion with cardiac surgeons, this patient refused cabbage, so we performed PCI for this patient. After cutting balloon and a non-compliant balloon, complete predilation, 3 drug-eluting stents were deployed in right coronary artery with IVUS guidance and IBP support. This is the final angio result. It's good. Next. Today, the target lesion is distal left main bifurcation, considering the complex lesions and reduced injection fraction. So we performed the IVUS-guided PCI with ECMO and IBP support. For severe calcification in LAD, we plan to use rotational atherectomy and intravascular lithotripsy standby if needed. We also plan to perform DK graft for complex distal left main bifurcation and provisional standing for simple LAD second diagonal bifurcation. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your introduction about the case. So today's primary operator is Dr. Ge Zheng. So Dr. Ge, can you show the baseline geography today?
Okay. Uh, I will show this today's angiogram. This is a caudal view. AP caudal view. We can see from the distal left main, we can see the calcium, very severe the calcium, and involves the distal left main and the ostium, the circumflex, and involved LD. Is a diffused lesion from the ostium, the LD, to the distal LD. From the caudal view, we can see this lesion is very challenging. For next. From the AP cranial, we can see distal left main is severe stenosis. We can see probably it's 19% of the stenosis. The lesion is extend to the distal LD. And we can see diagonal, second diagonal ostium, we can see probably 19% stenosis. Okay, we can see the spider view. So next. From study, we can see this distal bifurcation very clearly, and we can see the circumflex is very tortuous, and ostium and LD and also tortuous. So for this calcium, very severe calcium distal bifurcation, then movement bifurcation, probably we use the rotarectomy or the IVO to prepare this lesion. Okay. Before the time is limited, so I already do some steps. I will show.
I think, Dr. you can stop right now.
Okay.
Because the patient is pretty young, and the patient his family refused to surgical bypass. This is a very common thing in China, not only in China, also in Asia countries. I think it's not rare. Particularly patient, you have done the primary PCI for right coronary artery a few days ago, and how much is the left ventricle ejection fraction?
Yes, this patient's left ejection fraction is 32%.
32, right?
Yes.
32. Yes. So quite a reduced left ventricle function. So before the procedure, from the angio we can see IBP is in its position. So can you tell us what's your strategy for the mechanical circulatory support?
Yeah, because the patient is with complex PCI and also have the heart failure is because the ejected fraction just only 32%. So I think we, in order to stable the patient in during the procedure, so we use the IBP to support this circulatory, and also we use the ECMO to protect this patient. So we are, I think we all done all the things. Patients circulatory is a very stability, so the patient we can do everything we can do this.
So basically, the case could be classified by chief case, primary STEMI a few days ago, primary PCI for ROCH, and a very severely calcified lesion in both RAD and symphylax, and also very severe disease left main because they significantly reduced left ventricle ejection fraction. So our team has implanted IABP and ECMO. So a few years ago, Impella was used to be available in China, but because the second generation of Impella catheter was not approved by central government, so recently the combination of IBP with ECMO is becoming more and more popular for cheap cases. Lastly, so can you move the camera focusing on the table?
Okay. Camera. Move the camera.
Yeah, move the camera. Focusing on the table.
看这个，
看看，对，
看这个，要看这个。
摄像头对准床，照这个。
可以看见了，越南的第二个，左下第二个。
所以是 very clear to see the both femoral arteries have been occupied by IBP and ECMO. So I think the only access for PCI left main should be from radial artery, right?
Yes.
So you got the right femoral access
for the IBP.
So tell us what's the size of guiding and the type of wire.
It's 7 French guiding, engage the left main.
7 French EBU guiding tester.
Yes, 7 EBU 3.5.
Okay, go ahead, Dr. to introduce your PCI strategy.
Okay. Just as mentioned before the Dr. Go, and we for the distal left main is the complex bifurcation lesion based on the definition criteria. And
because both lesions in symphylax and RAD are very severely calcified, so did you pre-dilate?
Yeah, I pre-dilate this circumflex, use the 2.0 non-compliant balloon to pre-dilated circumflex.
So this is a true balloon. Can you backward a little bit?
Yeah.
Backward. Backward. So from this epicranial, this is epicranial, right?
Yes, yes.
So very clearly, when you wire a RAD, so they
this is a run-through wire.
so the blood flow in circumflex was diminished very much. So did you pre-dilate RAD?
Yeah, I pre-dilated AOD used 2.0 semi-compliant balloon.
2 or 3?
2.0.
2.0.
2.0.
Okay.
Yes.
So very clearly.
Mm.
So next, I think you have to pre-dilate circumflex. This is true balloon for proximal circumflex.
Yes.
Next. So still not good flow in circumflex. So this is the angiography just immediately after the second pre-dilation for circumflex, right?
Yes.
Blood flow is fine. So during the procedure, did the patient have chest pain or any change of EKG or hemodynamics?
No, the patient is very stable.
Okay, patient was stable. So go ahead. So next. So after pre-dilation, you check IVUS for both AD and circumflex, right?
Yes.
So you study from SIR or study from AD? Backward. So you study check IVUS from AD, right?
Yes.
So
Okay.
Dr. Panto, can you introduce the IVUS findings?
Okay, let me show the IVUS imaging. The first one, we check IVUS from the distal LAD to left main. And here we can see the distal vessel is normal. The vessel diameter about 2.25 millimeter. Then go on pull back, we can see muscle bridge. The muscle bridge vessel is normal. Then go on pull back, near the muscle bridge, we can see eccentric plaque. And then go pull back. And here, you can see hematoma.
Hematoma, very clearly.
Yeah, then go pull back, we can see calcified plaque. And the calcification angle is about 180 degrees. So go on pull back, we can see the vessel is about more than 3.0 millimeter. Then go on here, we can see find the second diagonal joint LAD. Then go on pull back, this is the middle LAD. The middle LAD vessel diameter about 3.7 millimeter. Then go on pull back here, we can see the calcified plaque. Then go on here, we can see the first diagonal we're joining LAD. And here, this is a proximal LAD. The proximal LAD vessel diameter about 4.1 millimeter. And in proximal LAD, here we can find this point is the minimal movement area. The area is just 1.5 millimeter square, and the plaque burden is more than 89%.
So here is the proximal LAD.
Yeah, the proximal LAD. And then go and pull back. Here we can see this is the ostimal LAD, and we can see the circumflex guide wire we are drawing LAD. And here, this point, the area is just 1.6 millimeter square, and the plaque burden is more than 90%. Then go and pull back. This is the POC, and then this is the distal left main. The distal left main area is about 4.5 millimeter square, and the plaque burden is about 79%. Then go on pull back. This is the body left main. The body left main vessel diameter about 5.0 millimeter. We measure from the distal landing root to ostium left main. The netness is about 96 millimeter. From the distal landing root to the second diagonal under the LAD bifurcation, the netness is about 25 millimeter. And from the LAD under the second diagonal bifurcation to LAD and the circumflex bifurcation, the netness is 43 millimeter. Okay, this is a baseline LAD IVUS run.
So next is the IVUS for circumflex, right? This is the run from distal LAD.
Yeah.
So Dr. probably you need a multiple scan from distal LAD to left main.
Yeah.
Yes.
So this is the IVUS from SIR.
The second run, we check IVUS from the distal OM to left main. And we can see the distal OM vessel is normal. The vessel diameter about 2.7 millimeter. Then go on pull back, we can see the vessel and the EM is just 2.2 millimeter. Then go on pull back, we can see eccentric plaque. Then go on pull back, we can see calcified plaque, and the calcification angle is about 180 degrees. Then go on, pull back. This is a proximal circumflex. The vessel diameter about 3.0 millimeter. And then here, this is the circumflex and the OM bifurcation. Then go on, pull back. This is a proximal circumflex. This is this point we can see the LED guide wire we are joining circumflex, and here this is the ostium circumflex. The area is just 2.0 millimeters square, and the plaque burden is more than 83%. The nettiness from the distal landing root to ostium circumflex is about 32 millimeter. Okay, this is a baseline circumflex IVUS.
So combine angiography and IVUS finding. So the lesions are typically a very critical lesion in both ID circumflex, very severely calcified, particularly at the proximal circumflex and AD. Also, distal runoff is pretty big. So, Dr. Gergen, what's your strategy?
Yeah, from the IVUS and the angiography, we can see the calcification focus on the ostium, the circumflex, or ostium, the LD. So we use the rotarectomy to rota is LD.
What's the burr size?
1.5 burr.
How much is speed?
116,000.
Okay, 116. So according to I was distal reference vessel diameter is about 2.5, right, for AD.
Yeah.
So I think this is 1.5 bore.
Yes.
1.5 bore.
1.5.
I think it's big enough for distal AD. According to the IVUS, I think a distal AD calcified lesion is not too severely, particularly for proximal AD. But the both size is undersize is small for proximal AD. I think it's a very typical finding for more challenging cases because they very severely calcified AD. I think IVL intravascular lithotripsy could not advance to the target point. So the facilitation by using rota is a very, very useful tool. So after rota, Dr. Can you introduce your next step?
Okay, after rota, we want to deal with the LD and the second diagonal and use the provisional standing technique. Here we can see use the cutting balloon, 2.5 cutting balloon.
Second diagonal looks like small, less than 2 millimeters. So just keep it open.
Yeah, yes.
Is a powerful strategy.
Yeah.
So it means after rota, you use a cutting balloon for the proximal.
Proximal or middle LD.
Okay.
And based on the IVUS measurement, use the first stand is 2.25.
2.5 stand. And what's the stand length?
26.
26.
Yeah. To locate the under the second diagonal.
From distal AD to second diagonal.
Yes.
So this is the second stand, right?
The second, yeah, from the distal LD to the proximal LD, and use the gel balloon technique to protect the second diagonal. This is 1.5.
So usually, balloon. How do you define to use gelled wire or gelled balloon?
Probably we based on the lesion of the ostium by a sinus branch. If the lesion is very significant, probably I will use the balloon gel balloon technique.
Yeah, sinus branch protection is very critical for any challenging case like chief case. Also similar to CTO lesion after successful recanalization. So the most challenging issue is the sinus branch protection. So personally, I think because the patient had to primarily had a STEMI a few days ago, so I think any small side branch from left side will be very important. So second diagonal protection is very important. So 1.5 balloon in the second diagonal, right?
Yes.
So this is the second stand.
Yeah.
So next,
It's 2.75 is there.
2.75.
Yes.
2.75 is still undersized for the middle portion of AD.
Yeah, I agree.
And then
Kissing balloon.
So
yeah.
before kissing balloon or kissing balloon inflation,
Yeah.
but the balloon still jailed in second diagonal.
Yeah, yeah.
So I did not understand completely how do you do the kissing balloon inflation when the balloon is still jailed in second diagonal. I think this is a new technique.
Yeah, yeah. Balloon or still in the second side branch, and 2.5. This is a 2.5, the non-compliant balloon in the LAD to kissing balloon, and then remove the main vessel non-compliant balloon and the angiography. If the side branch blood flow is good, I will remove the side branch balloon.
Yeah, because you know for your first kissing balloon inflation, jailed balloon was on this stand.
Yeah.
After first kissing, I think there will be a large gap between stand straw
Yeah,
and
I use the 2.75 non-compliant to crush. Here we can see.
So this is a key point to restore the blood flow inside the branch.
Yes.
So after kissing, after post dilation. So what's the balloon size for post dilation?
Yeah, 2.75 non-compliant balloon.
2.75.
Yes.
But according to the IVUS finding, so the LAD vessel diameter between first and second diagonal was around 3.0.
Probably.
Okay. So why did you use 2.75 NC balloon?
Because here we can see is stand and under expansion because maybe it's a heavily calcification. So I use 2.7 downsize the balloon to use the high pressure to push the dilation.
This is very important for safety endpoint.
Yes.
If we post dilate very aggressively to use 3.0 or even 3.25, it will be easy to get perforation because very severely calcified. So after second scan, so go ahead.
Yeah, and we all ready to do the LD and the second diagonal. So the next step we will to deal with the distal nerve bifurcation. Yeah.
So what's your strategy for distal left main?
Because based on the IVUS, we can see the ostium, the LD and cancer film is very similar. So I want to use the IVL to deal with the ostium, the LD.
Okay, so from IVUS, typically there's a much more severely disease lesion localized as a very proximal ID. Also, I was confirmed the vessel diameter of proximal ID is around 3.5. So what's the balloon size of IVL will you use?
Yeah, based on the IVUS measurement, probably 3.05 millimeter IVL balloon is a good choice.
Yeah, because the proximal lesion in RAD looks like very severely calcified because the calcification arc is about 360. Dr. Panda, could you tell us how much is the thickness as a very proximal RAD? Thickness, 钙化厚度.
Maybe more than 0.5.
Not maybe. Can you calculate? 测一下。
I will can. 0.4.
How much?
0.4.
Okay. So even IVUS is not accurate to measure calcification thickness. Otherwise, OCT will be much more good choice. But still, from the IVUS, you can see the calcification thickness is greater than a 450 micromillimeter. So this is a very important indication to use IVL. I think here is a proximality, but not very severely calcified lesion. So, Dr. Gejin, you will use 3.5 IVL, right?
Yes, I will.
So, do you have any tip or pitfall to tell us before you using IVL?
I will, because this vessel is very large, if we want to the rotarectomy, we just use have the 2.5 bone to use to available, but for this large vessel is kind of to touch this calcification. So probably IVL is a good choice to deal with this severe calcification. This is one point. Now, second, because this IVL, usually we use the intravascular imaging to choose the IVL the size, balloon size. So for this patient, we use the IVUS to measurement, so 3.5 for this proximal and ostium the LAD. So we choose this 3.5.
So in general, the ratio of balloon to vessel diameter is 1:1.
Yes.
Okay. So the next question is, how do you define the balloon size according to angiographic measurement or according to IVUS finding?
You know, use the intravascular imaging, IVUS or OCT. Yes.
Okay, so 3.5.
Yeah, 3.5.
IVL. And also, how many booths do you need during IVL?
Probably we use the 4.
4 booths.
Yes. 4 booths.
So can you get the camera more closely to see how to set up the IVL system?
Okay. Already?
Already.
So this is very important. So the whole system looks like a monorail, right?
Yeah.
Monorail.
Monorail, yes.
Monorail. Also, because the proximal calcified in LAD is very close to the oxygen flash, do you need to remove the wire from flash?
Wire tube wire. Yeah.
Do you need to remove wire from flash or just keep it?
Keep the wire in the circumflex. It's safe.
So this is same French guiding.
The same French, yes.
Little bit tough. Little bit tough. It looks like you are very close to success.
Yeah, for this complex patient or complex PCI, this ECMO and IBP to protect is very safe because we use IVL balloon to here post dilation maybe stop the balloon part. Okay.
So where is the balloon? Can you take a photo? Okay. The balloon is clearly, but it looks like not 3.5 balloon.
No, it's 4.
Go.
Okay, so now IVL is working.
Yeah. Okay. 6 atmosphere.
But during the procedure, you should be very careful about the EKG and the hemodynamic. Now the pressure is down. Heart rate was down to 43. So this is the first round of IVL, right?
Yes, it's the first round.
So it means immediately after nominal pressure, from 4 atmosphere increase to 6.
To check the
Yeah.
wrong.
No, I don't think so. I think we need to wait a few seconds to wait for the restoration of blood flow and heart rate from AD.
Okay.
So usually, how many rounds will you do? This is first round of IVL.
Probably 4 rounds.
4 rounds or
4 rounds.
4 rounds.
Yeah.
Okay. Because this is a very, very challenging case. It's typically cheap case. Now heart rate is only 40, 42. There is block. There is AV block. Yes or no?
Yes. No. Only.
No. So how much is the baseline heart rate?
50.
50.
50.
Yeah.
good.
Second round.
Yeah, 7 round. 4.
4.
Yes.
Go.
Six. I think
So we should be careful because the distal left man was coated by the balloon.
yeah, from this angiogram, we can see the balloon expansion very well. I think it's enough to I will move this IV balloon.
Yeah, I think so. Usually we need to use shockwave for minimum 6 rounds, but usually for some case, according to the IVUS, because the calcification thickness is not too thick, thick enough, so I think 2 rounds of shockwave is fine.
Yeah. Yeah. And you?
Good.
Good.
Looks good.
Good.
Okay, we check IVUS again.
Because the guiding is deeply engaged into the ostomal left main, so
Okay.
we have to monitor the change of dynamic very closely.
Okay, I retreat the guide.
To minimize the ischemia, I highly suggest to use a manually pull back,
Okay.
but not automatic.
Yeah.
Manual.
I will pull back.
Yes.
Okay.
Manually.
We can see-
Manual pullback, not auto.
Okay, sorry.
Okay.
Okay, this is the manual.
Okay.
We can see medial dissection.
I feel it's good.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's
Expand.
cracked.
Yeah, here.
Yeah.
It's also fine. There are 2 cracks very clearly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So very good case.
Yeah.
So
I think
after
I
IVL, Dr. Gejun, would you prefer to do one more dilation?
Yeah, I use the thrill non-compliant balloon to check.
3.0的高压
Okay.
Thrill.
3.0的高压
So can you show the pressure line? Pressure line.
Okay.
Yeah, a little bit disengaged.
Yes.
Good. Now it's good. I think epicranial is not best view, not the best projection.
Probably yeah. AP column. Okay. Done. Yeah.
So
Graph.
far, whole procedure is going very, very smoothly.
Yeah, we
Because
can just
patient is under general anesthesia.
12.
So
Yes.
no more change of blood pressure,
Okay.
a little bit slow down of heart rate.
Yeah. Okay.
跳
Yeah, from the angiogram we can see the balloon expand very well.
Balloon inflation looks very, very good.
Yes. So I think we can put a stent.
So provisional or upfront to stand for distal left main.
Yeah, for this distal movement, I think 2 stent technique may be good choice.
I think
Okay.
there is no way to exclude to stand for distal left main.
Yes, because it's diffuse.
I was
Lesion.
also Also, there is a good distal landing zone for some flat.
1.5的高压
，OM
，80的高压。
one stand.
So what's this is slant.
This stand is 2.5.
What's a slant length?
And that's 38.
38.
38, yes. Because from the IVUS we can see the reference vessel diameter 2.75, but we can some negative removing in the middle circumflex. So
Yeah.
I use a 2.5 stand.
Very, very typical negative remodeling as a middle circumflex, middle obtuse marginal.
Yes. So, yeah.
Could be a little
It's
bit
not-
difficult because of the calcification and the angulation. Still a little bit difficult.
Yes, it's angulation.
True angulation. I think I suggest you can use a balloon anchoring technique because you have had a 3 balloon on the table. So you can put 3 balloon into the RAD to do balloon anchoring technique.
I want to use the
3.5 crush
balloon. 2.5 balloon to prepare the circumflex.
Okay. Nothing too hard. You still have 15 minutes. So after IVL, so the very severe cassava lesion was very, very beautifully cracked. So they forward the forward dilation using 3O NC balloon as a proximal ID was fully expanded. I think no more question for proximal ID.
Yes. This circumflex, we have the tortuosity and the angulation lesion. So it's long stand. It's not easy to advance. Okay.
Sure.
This is a 2.5.
2.25. Okay. Here is.
Sure.
Can see this angulation.
Here is the second severe angulated side.
Yes.
Sure. 14.
16.
16.
Yeah. Okay.
Good. Here, 1, 2, 2. Here.
Minimal 14.
14.
Balloon was expanded good.
Just because angulation. Okay. Okay.
So after repeat dilation using 225 NC balloon. So now I think it will be not too difficult to get the circumflex stand in.
I hope so.
Good.
Oh, probably the stairs are too long.
Almost, because stand very long. So, no. So I suggest you need to use sand balloon in RAD.
Okay.
I feel 3.0 is big enough. 3.0. So because of very severe angulation from proximal third to the distal, so I feel there will be much more difficult to put sand balloon into the third to do kissing. Not easy.
Yes.
But this is very challenging case.
Okay. 10.
Just 10.
Okay.
So fix the sync flex wire.
Yeah.
Good.
Good.
Very good. Deflation. Deflation.
No. So
Still need more distally?
yeah, I think so. Probably we can. No.
Test. Just test.
Test. Yeah.
Okay. Little bit distally, I think.
Okay.
More. Yeah, one more balloon anchoring in LED. One more balloon anchoring.
10.
So Green, you can slightly pull back the LED balloon to get the guiding deeply engaged.
Okay.
And then pull the synflex stand.
Okay.
So you should do as quick as possible to minimize the ischemia.
Okay. I think. Okay.
Good.
Okay, good.
Deflation.
Yeah. Okay. Test.
Yeah, I feel this is a good position. You don't need move much more.
Good listening. Okay. How much? Probably we need to pull back a little bit.
Yeah,
because I want to do the ticket crush.
Okay. Almost 0.5 millimeters.
Yeah, here.
Fine.
Okay.
Very good position. So we have transferred several large cases showing how to do DK quash. I think we don't need much more description about the tips and the pitfalls of DK quash. Even though I think still the first key issue is a minimal protrusion of side stand into the left main. This is 3.0 stand. Or 2.5.
2.5.
Yeah.
Yes.
After that, I think you need to use another 3.0 NC balloon to
optimal side branch.
Yes.
Okay.
Optimize the side branch is very important, particularly for sync flash, which has a 1-2 field side branch taken from the very proximal sync flash, because it means the sync flash stand is underside for very proximal sync flash. If there is no side branch, I think a stand balloon could be used to optimize the side stand. So far, the blood pressure, heart rate are very stable, no more change.
Through. Okay.
Good.
Yeah.
12. 14. Right. Very good position.
Yes,
Down. Okay.
And next, I will do the crush.
This is a 3.0 NC balloon.
Yes. So,
that's a small test to minimize the contrast. Good. Those are very good.
Sure.
So you will keep the sync flex wire in and use the LED NC balloon
to crush.
So this is a 3.0, right?
Yes.
Okay.
3.5?
3.0.
3.0.
Okay.
3.0. Go ahead. I think 14, 16.
16.
Done. Right.
So
how much is the left main vessel diameter, 小班?
5.0.
Okay, crush.
16, 18,
20.
20.
Okay.
Machine runs without sample.
So do you have full NC balloon?
I have a 4.6 port balloon,
4-point blue.
4.6
4.6.
and
4
4.6
by
by
6
6.
4.06的。
So from FG codel, it's not clearly to separate the serve from ID. I think probably spider view could be much better.
Okay.
Good projection. Looks much better. So before balloon crush, before any rewiring, so the complete crush is very important. Right now, a left man looks also a much better.
Yes.
Small test.
Okay.
I think it's a good position.
Yeah. It's 4.0 by 6 port balloon. Yeah, that's fine.
Little bit sleepy.
Yes. Okay. Implantation.
4, 6.
Oh, sorry.
Because the balloon is too short. I think the here is good. Starting from 4, gradually increase.
2, 4,
6.
6.
Take photo.
Okay.
6,
8,
8,
10,
10,
12.
12.
Okay,
Good. Okay.
Perfect.
So now I think the crush is completely. So I will rewire.
Okay, I think the remaining steps are very simple, are very familiar with all our community. So once you have finished the balloon crush, do you want to check IVUS?
Okay.
To say the crush is complete or not?
Okay.
I think we still have 10 minutes.
Yeah. Maybe just for 5 minutes.
Okay. That's the proximal AD.
Yeah, proximal AD. I will pull back. You can see immediate dissection.
Very clearly. Type B dissection.
Yeah, near the osteomer AD.
Also, AD, the calcified lesion was correct.
Yeah.
Good. So the stent should be expanded very well. Should be. Here is a POC.
Yeah, this is a distal left main.
Okay.
Good.
The side branch stent may be very short.
Yeah. Protruding the left main, the short.
Yeah.
No longer than 1 millimeter. Okay. Hi guys, do we have still some time?
So you want
So next step is stenting main vessel. So what's the stent size and the stent length?
main vessel length maybe 26.
26.
Yes.
Also stent diameter
3.5.
Good. 3.5 by 26.
Okay. So before the standing main vessel, I rewire into circumflex.
Yeah, first kissing.
Yes.
I think the first kissing will be not easy because they very severely angulated.
Yeah, I agree with you.
So probably you need to use stepwise inflation for sunflex. Maybe starting from 2.
3.0.12的高压2.0的预扩
Use a small balloon to predilate.
Use small test.
Okay.
Yeah, can you take a picture? Just this view. Don't move the table. Spider view. That looks like from distal cell. Also from middle cell.
Middle, yeah. I think it's okay.
From middle. Good. Do you have any resistance from wire?
No, any resistance.
Okay, good.
不知.
So is this balloon for sunflex?
This is for main vessel, LD, and then 2.5 for the circumflex. This is 3.0.
2.0.
2?
Oh, 3.0. 3.0. 2.0 for left circumflex.
I think you can try. You can try another 3.0 and see for sunflex.
3.0.
3.0.
One more 3.0.
3.0.
Because the wiring looks like very smooth.
Yeah.
Good. I think after first kissing, so the whole procedure will be very, very smoothly. As I said, because patient had STEMI a few days ago, reduced left ventricle function, also very challenging lesion from left side. So I trust two stem will be much better. On the other hand, for example, if we choose a provisional T or Q-loss lens technique, which will be very, very dangerous. Okay, so the balloon easily to get into
Yeah,
the
it's easy
circumflex.
to.
Okay.